I think the screen is visible to all. Hope that all the students can see what is on the screen. And let us start with a brief review of last lecture, and we'll continue with the present lecture for the routine. So friends, in the last lecture we had started with the uniform plane waves. Basically, all of you people are knowing what do we mean by a wave. Then again we had continued with what we mean by a plane wave. Then we had understood what is the meaning of a uniform plane wave. Here once again I have shortlisted the concept here. A plane wave is a wave in which E bar and H bar, E bar and H bar are the fields which are perpendicular to the direction of wave travel. Okay, so there, that can be considered to be plane wave. And what do you mean by uniform plane wave? A uniform plane wave is defined as a plane wave in which E bar and H bar magnitudes as well as their direction is constant from all the points under consideration that we had seen here in the diagram. I think everybody can look view of diagram that we have sketched. Try to understand the concept by a three-dimensional geometry. The arrow at the center is indicating the direction of propagation of wave, whereas the E bar and H bar vectors, the arrows shown are in a plane which is exactly perpendicular to the direction of propagation of waves. So therefore we have to remember that any wave which is having E bar and H bar magnitude and its direction constant, as we can see here, every vector, horizontal vector or vertical vector, horizontal arrow or vertical arrow can be found here to be of same magnitude as well as same direction, and E bar and H bar will be perpendicular to the direction of wave travel. If suppose you are having a small or a particular imagination power, you can observe here that the wave which is propagating from left side to the right side, or the three-dimensional look can be seen, is having its E bar perpendicular to the arrow as well as H bar is perpendicular to the arrow. That we have to remember. I think also we had seen the same in the last lecture. Just we are trying to revise the lecture once again. Wave equation also had been seen by us in the last lecture. Delta square E bar is equal to mu epsilon E bar double dot. Double dot is nothing but the time derivative 2 times. In the same way, del square of H bar is equal to mu epsilon H bar double dot, indicating the time derivative considered twice. And what do you mean by delta? All of you people are knowing that delta is nothing but it is the operator del. What is operator del? It is nothing but a vector which is given by dou by dou x ax bar, dou plus dou by dou y ay bar, plus dou by dou z az bar. So therefore the equation can be considered here for solution of parameters. And here, after consideration of that, we will try to understand or will try to concentrate our attention on the few revision of previous lecture, so that concepts will be more clearer. Actually in last lecture we had seen the concept, but here today we will try to understand the concept in the higher or in the greater depth. Okay, so friends, as here we can see that in case of a general wave, whatever is the wave, whether it is a sound wave, whether it is a electrical signal, voltage, current, or any parameter, we all know that a wave possess the basic characteristics of simple waves, or any wave in universe will be consisting of few basic parameters that can be listed here. The components of electromagnetic wave are electric field as well as a magnetic field. In a very similar way, if suppose as we had seen the animated view of electromagnetic wave, that also you can see anytime on Google or through YouTube. It is a three-dimensional structure. If suppose in front of us there is an electromagnetic wave, if suppose we are observing from a direction perpendicular to electric field, we could observe there is only existence of electric field, because at that time magnetic field will be exactly horizontal, or it will be seen similar to a simple line or the central line. In the same way, if suppose we are observing h bar, that is magnetic field components, we could say that magnetic field is also similar to a sinusoidal signal, and e bar is a simple line at the center. But combination of these two will be an electromagnetic signal that all of you people are knowing. That is, as the name of our chapter is uniform plane wave, here we will try to revise that the wave will be consisting of frequency, which is denoted by f. It is consisting of a period that can be considered to be capital T. It is having a wavelength that can be defined as lambda. It will be having a specific velocity that is nothing but small v, as well as the wave will be consisting of a phase that can be denoted by delta. Also, you might be having a idea of my previous information to you related to phase. What do you mean by phase? Phase is nothing but the direction of the component of any signal. Okay, it can be considered to be a phase. Also, in a few of the previous lecture, I think we had given an example to understand the concept. What do you mean by phase? Phased dance. Related to dance, I had clear the concept. If suppose we are observing a TV show in which experts are dancing with the chorus, or there are few members, 8 to 10 members, they are dancing in a very well manner. If hand of one person is going up, hand of all the peoples are going up, which can be considered to be a phased dance. That is, phase of all the members is same. That is, if suppose they are moving, all the peoples will be moving. If they are making a particular movement, all the peoples will be making a same type of movement. That can be considered to be a phased one. In the same way, all of you people are knowing that what do you mean by marriage dance. At the time of marriage ceremony, marriage functions, or any activities, if suppose students are dancing, or instead of students, peoples are dancing, we know that there is no any phase, there is no any synchronism, there is no any specific action done by all the peoples. Everybody is dancing as per their own accord. One is Michael Jackson, one is Kishore Kumar, one is Muhammad Rafi, one is any other similar type of person. That is, there is no any concept of phase. Why I'm giving the example of this dance concept? Because easily we can understand the concept of phase. If suppose phase of all the component is same, that can be considered to be a uniform plane wave having same phase. Or if suppose we are considering a simple cloth, and iron cloth, इस्त्री केलेला एक छोटासा रुमाल आहे म्हणूया आपण, किंवा एखादा टॉवेल आहे म्हणूया, किंवा कुठलं एक क्लॉथ आहे की ज्याच्यामध्ये डायरेक्शन ऑफ ऑल दी cloth segments is in the same direction, it will be looking pleasant, or it will be having the direction of all the components in a same direction. Similar to our hairs, it can also be considered that all the hairs are aligned in a specific direction. That can be considered to be a phased one. In the same way, all of you people might be knowing the spike haircut. It will be having no any phase, or only few components of the hair will be having a phased type of layout, and all will be having a mixed type of phases like that. So all of you people are knowing what do you mean by phase. In the same way, we all people have studied that velocity is nothing but frequency into wavelength. Okay, it is a formula studied by all of we people in our early study. Okay, and if suppose frequency is to be considered, f is equal to 1 upon t, that can be substituted here, so that I can write velocity is equal to 1 upon t into lambda. where lambda is nothing but the wavelength of wave. This also can be visualized with a simple example, that if suppose there is a small baby who is going to cover the 10-meter distance, what we can say, the baby will be having requirement of suppose 100 steps slowly, or distance between two legs can be considered to be wavelength. And what will be frequency? Number of times the oscillation of his legs, that will be nothing but the frequency. If suppose we are considering the right leg, what will happen? If suppose the small baby is repeating his right leg 50 times to travel a distance of suppose 100 meter, or it may also be having requirement of more number of steps, but for example we can consider, so the distance between two legs can be considered to be wavelength, and the repetition of the legs can be considered to be frequency, and the multiplication of these two will be nothing but velocity, that is v is equal to f lambda. In few books we also know that is for frequency they are using n as the letter, therefore we also might have studied that v is equal to n lambda is also formula in some book. We have to remember the concept only, velocity is equal to frequency into wavelength. So these are also parameters of wave. So proceeding ahead, after understanding these few parameters, we have to proceed further to the next advanced parameters of electromagnetic wave. Out of that, first parameter is nothing but intrinsic impedance of the wave. So friends, though first part was simpler, here the part we have to consider is, along with the consideration of basic parameter or characteristic, electromagnetic wave characteristic can be listed here, that we can understand for the proper understanding of the concept. If suppose there is any problem related to audio or any screen visuality, you can chat in the chat box so that I can understand. Now presently I am thinking that everybody is listening to the concept carefully. So pay attention. What do you mean by intrinsic impedance? As we know that any electronic circuit will be having impedance, that will be combination of resistive, inductive and capacitive components in the circuit. In the same way, here we can understand, or we can find that for any electromagnetic wave, we can calculate the value of its intrinsic impedance. Intrinsic impedance is denoted by eta, that is extended n, that is nothing but the ratio of mod e bar upon mod h bar. Actually I had explained the same in the last lecture, but I think the concepts or the variables are somewhat complicated or uh, difficult to remember. That's why I'm trying to revise so that every students of the class will understand efficiently. So what do you mean by eta? Eta is the intrinsic impedance. It is denoted by mod e bar upon mod h bar. Its value also can be calculated by under root mu 0 upon epsilon 0. Its value is 377 ohm. As it is impedance, it can be measured, or it will be measured in the ohm value. In the same way, we had seen that permittivity is nothing but the opposition to the electric field by the medium, that can be considered as epsilon. Here I think every student can observe the epsilon mark. Epsilon is nothing but the permittivity, but we know that epsilon is nothing but epsilon 0 into epsilon r, and a value of epsilon 0 only is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12, and epsilon r will be the medium constant. If suppose apart from air medium, if there is presence of any other medium or any gas is there, we can consider the epsilon r as the medium constant. Similar is the concept for permeability. Mu can be considered to be the permeability constant. Its value will be mu 0 into mu r, where mu 0 value, as we know that it is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 multiplied by mu r. What is mu r? Mu r is the permeability, that is opposition of the wave considering the magnetic field. Therefore mu r is again a medium constant, and the last formula in front of us is wave velocity in air. If suppose we have to calculate the velocity of wave in air by substituting the parameters for free space, we will deduce that it is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. It is the velocity of wave that we have to consider. Hope that these concepts are familiar to you all. Proceeding forward. So apart from that, and before starting with the example number 1, what we have to understand that for any wave, again there are few important formulas. Try to remember these formulae. For any wave, we have to denote, or we have to note beta as the phase constant that will be describing the changes in the phase or the effects of the phase for any electromagnetic wave. It is denoted by beta, and it is given by omega under root mu epsilon, where omega is nothing but angular frequency denoted by 2 pi f. As we know in the last equation that velocity is equal to 1 upon under root mu epsilon, one more formula is there for velocity, which is nothing but omega divided by beta. It is also possible to understand for all the students that formula of second line is deduced from the formula on first line. Okay, so just taking the root in the denominator side, we can write omega upon beta is equal to 1 upon under root mu epsilon. In the same way, wavelength of any wave can be calculated by 2 pi upon beta. Also, we know that V is equal to F into lambda. Therefore, lambda will be equal to V upon F. In a very similar way, we have seen that intrinsic impedance is equal to under root mu upon epsilon. And last parameter that we have to remember is that conductivity is denoted by sigma. Rho is a different quantity and sigma is a different quantity. If suppose you will consider the mirror image of sigma, you will find that it is similar to rho. What is rho? Rho is nothing but charge density. Whether it will be volume charge density, linear charge density, or surface charge density, it can be considered to be a charge density value. But here we have to remember that sigma is denoted by this letter in front of you all, and conductivity can be denoted with the value sigma. So proceeding forward, we'll move to the first example. So what you have to do, just you have to observe, or you have to try to understand what is the example. I have explained in this lecture 3 examples and given it to you 1 example as an exercise. Hope that all the students will solve the exercise and will post in the group. Okay, so in electromagnetic wave, if suppose we are considering an example here, we can observe that an electromagnetic wave is having a frequency of 10 gigahertz, and let us assume that its electric component in x direction is having value 10 volts per meter in free space. What is the meaning of free space, friends? Free space means medium is the air medium. Okay, so moving ahead, if we have to solve this example, how we can solve this example? There is nothing asked in the example, just we have taken this as an example to understand the concept. Few students are now thinking that what is the concept of understanding. We know electromagnetic wave, don't go for example, we don't like numericals, etc. But friends, as here we can see in the question itself, we can observe that particular electromagnetic wave is having a frequency of 10 gigahertz. It is meaning that we are trying to understand that electromagnetic wave is having a frequency of the order of gigahertz in this example. Okay, that is 10 raised to 9 is 1 gigahertz, and here it is 10 into 10 raised to 9, means totally it will be a frequency of 10 raised to 10 hertz, means writing 1 and 10 zeros will be giving us the value of 10 gigahertz. That is the frequency of electromagnetic wave. This can be compared with our typical home example. For any tube light, if you go nearer to a tube light, you can observe that tube is not continuously on. It is flickering continuously, but we are not able to observe the flickering of the flickering due to its frequency of the power supply obtained from MSCB. It is nothing but 50 hertz only. Means if suppose 50 hertz is the frequency, then we are not able to observe the tube light, which is going to change its amplitude, it is changing its amplitude from on to off 50 times in a second. But here we can see that the electromagnetic wave is having a frequency of 10 gigahertz. Also here we can observe that the component of electric field is having a voltage of 10 volt per meter. That is, in a 1 meter distance, the component of electric field is of the value of 10 volt. Okay, this is these concept can be clarified whenever we are trying to understand the example. Now what exercise we have to do here, what example that we are considering in this lecture? Just we are trying to find out the basic and few of the advanced parameter of electromagnetic waves, so that the concept of electromagnetic wave or uniform plane wave will be clear to us. We'll start with the velocity of wave. Here we can write as medium is given as air, that is a free space. Mu r is equal to epsilon r is equal to 1. Also we know that mu is equal to mu 0 into mu r. Value of mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. Mu r value is 1 that we had seen just here because of the free space or air. In this very similar way, epsilon is equal to epsilon 0 into epsilon r. Value of epsilon 0 is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 multiplied by 1. Therefore, total value of mu and epsilon can be listed as here. Now what we'll do, we'll substitute the values. V is equal to mu. Value of mu is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. In a similar way, value of epsilon is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. Therefore, substituting the values. Now you might be having some confusion. What I have done, I had to take this 10 raised to power outside of the root sign. That's why what I have done, I have taken that 10 raised to the power in the even format. Why in the even format? Because for finding out the root of 10 raised to the power anything, I had to take its a half value. That is, if suppose I have value 10 raised to minus 20, outside of that root it will be 10 raised to minus 10 only. Therefore, what I have done, instead of writing 8.85, what I have made a little bit change. I have written it as 88.5, which is converting 10 raised to minus 12 to 10 raised to minus 13. 10 raised to minus 13 and 10 raised to minus 7 will be 10 raised to minus 20. Mathematical calculation can be done by all of you people very easily, because all of you people are knowing how to solve numericals very well. Therefore, 10 raised to minus 10 taken outside of the root sign will be coming into the numerator, will be 10 raised to 10, and a simple calculation and taking the reciprocal, we can find that or everybody can find that it will be 2.99999. That is approximately equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. What we have calculated? We have calculated the velocity of electromagnetic wave. It is 3 into 10 raised to 8. That is, we can imagine what is the speed of electromagnetic wave with this calculation. For example, if suppose we are switching on tube light or fan, though hall is of a very big size, we can observe that within fraction of second light will reach to the distance of 10 meter hall, 20 meter hall, etc. Within fraction of second it will happen. With the same high speed, electromagnetic wave also will be traveling with a speed similar to the velocity of light. That is nothing but 3 into 10 raised to 8. So proceeding forward, After completion of first parameter that we have completed, we'll reach to the second parameter, that is here. After calculation of velocity, we will calculate wavelength. What is wavelength? Wavelength is nothing but the distance between two consecutive components of wave which are in the same phase. Just a minute. Sorry. So lambda is equal to V upon F. What is V? V just we have calculated it is 3 to 10 raised to 8. What is value of F? In the example itself, the example they have provided that F is equal to 3 into 10 raised to it is 10 gigahertz wave. Therefore, by substituting values, 3 upon 10 will be 0.3, 10 raised to 8 upon 10 raised to 9 will be 10 raised to minus 1. Totally, we can get 3 into 10 raised to minus 2. That is, instead of that, I will write 3 as 30, and it will be 10 raised to 30. It will be 10 raised to minus 3, which will be converted into milli. Therefore, wavelength of the wave is 30 millimeter. As all of you people are knowing that what do you mean by millimeter distance? Each and every person is having a knowledge of millimeter, centimeter, and kilometer or meter, etc. Therefore, we can observe that any distance that can be seen here which will be having a wavelength of 30 millimeter, it is nothing but 3 centimeter. Okay, it will be similar to the cap of our ball pen. If you have ball pen, approximately its cap can be considered to be of 3 centimeter. That like that we can understand the wavelength of wave. Okay, in the same way, phase constant beta can be considered to be 2 pi upon lambda. From where this formula is coming into existence? It is the same formula that we had defined at the start. Substituting the value of lambda, we can solve the example and we can get the value of beta at 0.209 into 10 raised to 3 radians per second. In a very simpler manner, we can also write it as 209 radians per meter. That can also be possible. Now let us move ahead. So intrinsic impedance, what do you mean by intrinsic impedance? It was directly written as 377 on the first screen that we had seen. Just a minute, hold on. There is an important call. I will be back within a moment. Please wait. Nobody will leave the class. Just a moment. Yes, sir. Lecture चालू आहे काय? Okay, friends. Sorry for disturbance. Okay, if there is any issue related to communication, you can tell me. I think screen is visible to all. If there is no issue, can I proceed ahead? Anybody tell me? Vishal, am I audible? Okay, fine. Thank you for your response. So where we were? Yes, intrinsic impedance. We know that for any electromagnetic wave, there is a quantity of intrinsic impedance that can be calculated by substituting eta is equal to under root mu upon epsilon. Its value that just we had calculated mu is equal to 4.2 10 raised to minus 7 divided by epsilon is equal to 8.85 to 10 raised to minus 12. Again, what I have done, I have converted that 8.85 into 88.5. I have done the conversion, and into 10 raised to minus 12 is converted into 10 raised to minus 13. I will take it to the numerator. It will be 10 raised to plus 13, 10 raised to plus 13, and 10 raised to minus 9. It will be 10 raised to plus 6. 10 raised to plus 6 is taken outside. It is now 10 raised to 3. If I'll complete the calculation by with the help of calculator, I will be getting the value of intrinsic impedance as 377 ohm. In few question papers, they are asking this value in MCQs. The value of intrinsic impedance for free space is, they are giving 4 options. So therefore, for free space, at least we should remember that value of intrinsic impedance is 377. In the same way, we can calculate the angular frequency with a very similar formula. Omega is equal to 2 pi f. 2 pi, that is pi is equal to 3.14. Directly I have substituted value of 2 pi as 6.28. The frequency is given in the question itself. It is 10 gigahertz. Therefore, it is 10 into 10 raised to 9. Therefore, value of angular frequency here is 628 into 10 raised to 8 radians per second. Now moving ahead, as we know that eta is calculated from this value of eta, what I can calculate, I had just written the formula eta is equal to mod E bar upon mod H bar. Therefore, if I am knowing that E bar or mod E bar is given as 10 volt per meter, I can substitute the value to calculate the magnitude of magnetic component. Okay, mod E bar is magnitude of electric component, and mod H bar is magnitude of magnetic component. So therefore, E bar electric component is given 10 volt per meter, whereas H bar is calculated, it is found to be equal to 26.53 milliampere per meter. Now considering the numerical sense only, just tell me whether 10 is a bigger value or 26.53 will be a bigger value, because 26.53 is also having a value of milli. Practically what it is nothing but 0.02653 ampere per meter. Therefore, if we will implement the imagination power of we all, we can observe that electric field is of 10 volt per meter. Its amplitude is 10 volt. You can just imagine with the help of a horizontal line which is having electric field of 10 amplitude or 10 units, whereas the magnitude of magnetic component is 0.02653. It is a very small amplitude compared to the magnitude of electric field. I think you are understanding the concept what I am going to elaborate. If suppose we'll draw electric field on a plain paper and magnetic field at the bottom, we can observe that electric field is very larger value and magnetic field is of a very smaller value in this case. Okay, this was related to understanding of the components of electromagnetic waves. So it was nothing but first example. Within 10 minutes we'll try to complete the remaining 2 examples. So here, the similar to the previous example, what change we have done, you can observe that here we have taken, instead of air medium, there is a specific medium which is having mu r is equal to 1. Here it is, mu r is equal to 1 and epsilon r is equal to value 3. In previous example, they have given magnitude of E bar as 10 volt per meter. Here, magnitude of electric field is 6 volt per meter. Also, we can observe that no any frequency is given here, but still we can calculate few required components. So let us concentrate, or we'll start with the velocity. As we know that mu is equal to mu 0 mu r, I will substitute. I know epsilon is equal to epsilon 0 epsilon, I will substitute. What change is here considering to the last example? Here we can observe that in previous example there was air medium, and here it is the any different medium apart from the air medium. That in the question they have given the dielectric medium is present, which is having mu r is equal to 1 and epsilon r is equal to 3. Therefore, substituting the values, mu r is equal to 1 and epsilon r is equal to 3 in the formula. If you will complete the calculation, that whole value of 4.10 raised to 7 into 1 is nothing but the value that can also be neglected in multiplication, multiplied by 8.85 to 10 raised to minus 12. I will take all the values in the numerator. Its value is similar to 3 into 10 raised to 8 as per the last example. This root 3 can be kept as it is. Therefore, we can calculate the value as 173.21 into 10 raised to 6 meter per second. Okay. In the very similar manner, we can calculate the intrinsic impedance. Here we can observe. Just try to understand the calculations. I am going to ask one question. Please try to understand what we are going to elaborate over here. Okay, so here I think everybody is able to understand what is the concept. Just only we have substituted the value of epsilon r. The initial calculation is same 377 divided by root 3 will be 217.66. Here we can observe that initially in free space the wave was having velocity 3 into 10 raised to 8. But here wave velocity is 173.21 into 10 raised to 6. Which one is larger? Definitely velocity of wave in general medium is higher, because it is having power 10 raised to 8 as a multiplier, and here it is having power 10 raised to 6. That's why we can observe that the parameters mu r and epsilon r, if suppose they are increasing, we can note that they are affecting the performance of electromagnetic wave, similar to the concept of resistance in case of circuit theory. In a very similar way, we can proceed forward. We can calculate the value of mod h bar equivalent to mod E bar upon eta. and it will be 27.57 milliampere per meter. Here we can observe that in the last example, value of mod E bar was 10 volt per meter, and here it is 6 volt per meter, but approximately magnitude of magnetic component are similar. Therefore, we can see that considering the first example, in case of second example, electric field is somewhat reduced. Now it is time for last example. Very similar example to that. Just a minute. Yes. Here, if suppose it is very small example, friends, we are going to cover in 2 to 3 minutes only. If suppose in this question they are asking only one specific quantity, find the phase constant value. Now we have to remind the what is the formula for phase constant. We had seen that phase constant is denoted by beta. Its formula is omega upon v, but they have not provided any value of v. What we'll do, velocity of wave, that is v, can be calculated by 1 upon mu epsilon. I will substitute the values similar to the last example. Only here epsilon r is given as 16, that will be here taken in the denominator. If suppose I have to reduce the calculation, or if I have to reduce the use of calculator, what I can do, I will just write, instead of writing root 16, I will write it as a 4, and 3 upon 4 is nothing but 3/4 value, that is 0.75 into 10 raised to 8 as it is. If again I have to calculate beta without using calculator, what I can do, they have provided in the question the value of omega as 10 raised to 8. I will substitute in the numerator. In the denominator, I will substitute the value of velocity calculated, 0.75 into 10 raised to 8. Now to avoid the use of calculator, instead of writing 0.75, I will write 3/4, and 3/4 will be going to the numerator, forming 4/3, and its value will be 1.33 radians per meter, because 4/3 is again 1.33 radians per meter. So it was for our today's lecture, and you had to complete one example. Try to understand the example. Try to solve by yourself. For an electromagnetic wave, they have provided mod h bar, that is 20 ampere per meter. They also provided the distance in they have also provided the value of h bar in 20 ampere per meter. They have provided the direction that magnetic field is in the direction of AY bar. The wave is propagating in AZ bar direction. The frequency is given as 2 into 10 raised to 9 radians per second. Now, as the radians per second is, if second is here, every brilliant student like you will remember that it is nothing but the omega value. If they have provided the f value, it could be in the hertz unit. As they have provided it in terms of radians per second, consider it as the omega value. Then you have to find out wavelength, lambda, frequency, f, period, capital T, amplitude of electric field, that is mod E bar. After calculation, just turn your mobile phone, or you can keep this as a snapshot, and after completion of this example, you can check the answer. Hope that it was sufficient for our today's understanding. What is the main key idea of our today's lecture? We have to visualize, or we have to understand the electromagnetic wave numerically. Practically, as all the devices with which we are in communication is using the concept of electromagnetic wave, but here we'll try to correlate the effect with the effect of numerical aspect. So try to solve first 3 examples by yourself, then take this example, note down all the formulas, and start to solve this example. After completion of this example, you will be able to understand the concept more effectively. Hope that there is no any query or doubt or problem in this lecture. Everybody will be working in a well manner. Everybody will be solving with the example. With this consideration, I think it is sufficient for our today's lecture. I would like to stop here. If there is any query or problem, you can ask me. Otherwise, we let us stop this lecture and we'll continue further part in the next lecture. Thank you. Stay safe. Stay at home.